Aries, hello there, my beautiful friends. We're going to do your general tarot reading for early to mid November 2025. Thank you so much for joining me today. You know, I appreciate each and every single one of you. So let's get right down to business, as always, and start you off with an oracle card here, just so we could dip our toes in the energy and see what's happening for the lovely Aries collective. Hope you're all doing fabulous and fantastic, my friends. Let's get it going here. My guide, spirit team, talk to me. What do you have for us? What do you have for the Rams in early to mid-November? What energies, messages, insights can we take a little peek at? And yeah, we're just going to take a real quick look at this first card. Then we'll get into the full reading itself. At the very end, I'll pull you a bonus card from the Shadowland Tarot, just to see who might be in the shadows or what shadow work you can lean into, which is always interesting. But let's get it going here. Let's rock and see what we got for Aries in early to mid-November. What's the vibe? What's the energy here for my good friends? There we go. Nice and quick. So we have High Priestess-esque type of energy here. Now, of course, this is an oracle deck. It's not a tarot. But the symbolism and the vibe that this lady gives off to me screams High Priestess, especially when we peel into the inner layers. So there's a real strong energetic sensitivity that ties in with it, lots of empathetic energy. Now, before we fully dive into it, if you're new here, I'll be speaking about the November subscriber surprise towards the end, so you might want to check that out. And also, if you could kindly illuminate that like button by tapping it right on its third eye, I'd greatly appreciate it. But enough of the promo, back into the reading. Let's talk more in depth about this. So as you can see, we have an elder feminine figure standing there. She has a little gray in the hair, which I think looks nice. And she's got the crystal ball. There's a key within it, and there's a lockbox right next to her. So when I see this, obviously this implies that she is the holder of unseen or hidden knowledge. With a big thing with the High Priestess is that there is a mystery to her. So sometimes she can speak about the unknown, lots of questions like, hey, how's this going to go? But remember, she's the matron of psychics, intuitives, tarot readers, the dream state, astral realms, all that interesting stuff that I personally love. So I always say, if you're an energetically sensitive person, that could be heightened in this time. Your intuition could be trying to tell you something like, hey, Aries, look over here. Or, hey, Aries, there might be something more going on. So there's a really strong energetic sensitivity. But then we also have the mystery tied in with her. Now, that could be a good thing. It could be a little rough, depending on what that mystery is. But we'll see. I usually like her showing up. Big Pisces energy as well, if you're connected to Pisces or have any placements there. But we're going to let her chill out. Let's get into tarot. And yeah, I always say that first card, it doesn't make or break the reading. It's just a little footnote. So let's get you 3 tarot cards in the upright. Then we'll get into that intuitive juiciness and shuffle it up one time here for Aries gang. What do we got? And while we get this deck shuffled up and ready to go, let's talk about last week's reading. Beautiful energy to me, and it felt like energy that really fits with a lot of Aries. It was very fiery. The reading was titled A Massive Breakthrough. So whether that's financial, business, personal relationships, there could be a lot of things taking a big leap forward. And usually that's an energy that a lot of Aries are pretty comfortable with. So if that hasn't happened in any area of life, that could still be floating in the energetic potential, because the energies can bleed over for a couple weeks. But we're going to see what shows up this week. As you know, energy is very fluid, never set in stone. So only take this how it hits for you, because we could be seeing your vibe or somebody else, right? Let's get it going. 3 cards here for Aries gang. What do we got in early to mid-November? We kind of knew it was coming, right? High Priestess doubled down of the energy. Wow. I mean, tarot, it fascinates me. It really does. And for a lot of you that have been watching a while, or you've gotten personal reads from me, you know that I love to read jumpers. I love the randomness of it. And the High Priestess is all over our energy, my good friends. Now, for some of you with Pisces placements, I mean, I'm a Pisces rising, even though I have Aries. That could be an extra good thing. Okay, we have Temperance. So much spiritual energy for some reason. That could be good. All right, yeah, it's like being finicky too. Let's get one more out here. Okay, the energy seems quiet. It seems chill. 9 of Cups. I mean, contentment. Maybe there's something where you're like, yeah, this feels good. I think this could be really nice. And even for you that are cross-watching, this could really bode well, because the energy seems to be calming down as we move through. So a little less fiery than last week, a lot of water. But let's go through. I'll give you some of the classical meanings and archetypes. Then we'll get into that juicy, intuitive stuff. But at first glance, I always like to look at the elements. That kind of informs us the areas of life that are stepping forward, how the energy could be moving. And it is water heavy this week, right? We got High Priestess, very watery type of energy. We have the Nine of Cups, obviously that's water, and that's the inner world. It's the realm of emotions. It's the realm of feeling. Now, I like it for its creativity. I like it for its expressiveness. But similar to what I was saying earlier, there's this really strong sensitivity to the unknown and unseen with this. Aside from the creative juices flowing, it could tie into relationships. Again, I don't just look at relationships alone, but when there's a lot of cup energy, we could be talking about personal connections. So I think this could be good. The only thing with a lot of water energy, it could be very much up and down. It could be very much back and forth. The tides ebb and flow, right? There is fire right in the center, which is our power element, our comfort zone, especially with Temperance. Even though he has cups, that is fiery. So the realm of action, passion, drive, desire, but it seems like it's taking a break, or it seems like it's calming down. That's kind of the vibe I'm picking up here, which is total contrast to what I was picking up last week. Let's go through and start building this out piece by piece. Position number one, the high priestess herself. Now, we already spoke pretty much in depth about her, and you could see this emblem. We have this wise feminine figure in between the two pillars of Solomon's temple, right? Boaz and Jachin. They represent the material and spiritual world, dark, light, masculine, feminine. Notice that she is in the place of balance. So I like the even keeled energy that she has. But again, with the tide of psychics, intuitives, tarot readers, for a lot of you, the energetic sensitivity is heightened. Whether you're having like little premonitions or you're having little spooky things that happen where it's like, oh, okay. To me, it's like I'm tapped in. I'm feeling something deeply. Now, that could even connect to other people, where it's like I'm feeling the energy of others. So make sure you're protecting your energy and grounding it down. Highly, highly spiritual card. Also, watch your dreams. Now, if you're not connected to a Pisces or a water sign when she shows up, there is this strong hidden aspect to her where, like, what's going on? It's very mysterious. So we'll see. Is it a surprise of some sort? Is it unexpected stuff? Is it even secrecy? Because when we look at the downside of the high priestess, she has a lot of knowledge, right? She has that book of sacred law in her lap, but she's not saying nothing, right? She's being very quiet. So the rough side of her could be very much secretive about the moves they're going to make. Now, moving to the middle, pardon me, as we get her tucked back in here by the amethyst. Maybe that'll calm her energy a little bit. We have Temperance. So again, chill. That's like the same vibe with a lot of this stuff. So whether this is advice from spirit saying, Aries, take a breath, Aries, calm down, Aries, chill. I like this. It's Sagittarius energy. So aside from the fiery vibe, this is very much complementary to Aries. Notice it has the Archangel Michael depicted on there. Huge card of spiritual protection, spiritual insulation. So right here in the front, High Priestess into Temperance, it's like an energetic force field or bubble around you, which can be really good. So maybe Spirit's trying to tell some of you, it's like, hey, we're with you. Hey, you're protected. Hey, we're watching over you, which is very reassuring. Now, Temperance in its positive sense could be very patient and an energy that's calming down. That's a big theme with this. I'm holding back. I'm being patient. I'm letting something flow how it needs to. But what's the issue with this card? Sometimes Temperance can be impatience. So there could be certain things where it's like, I don't know if I want to wait for that. I don't know if I want to deal with that. It's an energy that could get fed up real quick in its negative sense. So we do want to look at it further. Sometimes it could also represent a situation or a problem that pops up. We'll just see. But I'm not getting huge negative vibes off this because the energy just seems very serene. So maybe there's something that's been bothering you that doesn't bother you as much anymore. Or maybe there's something where it's like, okay, I'm good. Here on the back end, we have the Nine of Cups. So another beautiful, calm energy. And we see our John Travolta look-alike. He's chilling right there with the Nine Cups surrounding him. He's happy. He's content. This is a huge card of wins, victories, wish fulfillment. So when we have all this quiet, patient energy and this coming in, it's like, oh, you got a win coming in, and you might not even have to do much to acquire it. You kind of just need to let the energy flow how it needs to, which is really great. Now, aside from this being open and welcoming and friendly, the downside of this card is twofold. To me, it could be overindulgence. So whether it's like someone having a good time and they have a little too much of a good time, you might have the little urge to go cut loose and party more than you normally do, which isn't necessarily bad. Just make sure you don't overdo it when this card is here. But sometimes the Nine of Cups could be too welcoming. Sometimes it could be too nice. So that's just something to watch out for. Okay. But I want to dive deeper on all of this, Aries. Let's do it. Let's jump in and clarify. Okay. Let's get a good shuffle for you, my friends. What do we got for Aries in early to mid-November? And yes, this is where I go intuitive with the message, which means I just tell you how it feels to me. So feel free to do further research or rely on your base knowledge of tarot, because as you know, every single reading is about the reader's interpretation, and I'm just giving you mine. Let's go in on the lovely High Priestess. Oh, and yes, if you're a reader yourself, please feel free to play along. That's why the box is here. If you're feeling any messages you want to give to Aries, you can drop it in the comments. I don't mind at all. All right, High Priest this time. What does she got? Thank you. Something's working. Something's working behind the scenes in your favor. So whether it's a person that's on your side, that's like vouching for you, to me, it's like hidden assistance is initially what's showing up here. For a lot of you, this could be a great opportunity. If you've been manifesting something, this is huge as well, because it's like, all right, the universe got your order. There's something big that could be building up here. Now, the Eight of Pentacles is a card that can often deal with like work, hobbies, creative things like that. It's somebody putting in a lot of effort. So I do like that. It doesn't necessarily feel like a struggle, or at least it doesn't start that way. To me, it's like hidden help, hidden assistance, or someone working for you. Something or someone's working behind the scenes. Now, hopefully that's a good thing. I think it's a good thing because of all the cards we have coming up, but we're just going to have to see. Now, the only thing I say to watch out for here, this card can sometimes tire itself out. It could do a little too much, and we kind of saw that here on the back end. So when I have the High Priestess and the Eight of Pentacles, just don't put yourself into emotional overdrive. There's just something here where Spirit's like, just take a breath. It's going to work out. Take a breath. It's going to go how it needs to. For those of you that are more career business minded right now, this is a great sign or a potential offer or opportunity coming in too. So I think this is good energy, and you probably feel it coming where it's like, oh, I know. Yeah, something big's coming. I think it's good, but we're just going to let him chill right there. And we have a lot more to look at. So Eight of Pentacles, just don't overdo it. Don't tire yourself out with anything. Pace yourself. So let's see what's up with Temperance here. Now I really want to get over to this Nine of Cups. So why is Temperance here? Why is Temperance here? It's just a feeling of peace. Like, you know what? Everything's going to be okay. It doesn't matter what the outside world is showing you. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. When I see the Two of Swords, it's like, it's content, it's energy of acceptance, and at the same time there's just like this feeling of peace that's coming over me right now as I read this. And I think this is like really great, actually. Now, the Two of Swords, you see that person, they're hoodwinked, right? They're blindfolded, it's nighttime, there's the moon. With all the mystery from the High Priestess, again, this is like mysterious, where it's like, all right, God works in mysterious ways, or the universe works in mysterious ways. But to me, it feels like energy is building for you. Like, even if it's something you're not seeing, even if it's something physical reality is not showing right now, it's like, no, something is building up. And I think that's really great. So could there be some surprising, unexpected wins or victories? I think so. We'll see when we get to the Nine of Cups. Now, this card can sometimes be confused. I always like to give you both sides of the coin. So, but when I see it under Temperance, it's like, all right, that doesn't make sense. Whatever. So again, there could be certain things that pop up where it's like, all right, I don't quite get it. I don't quite understand, but that's okay. It's just giving me that kind of, there's just a peace and acceptance here that I really like. So we're going to keep it moving. I'm not used to such serenity in an Aries reading, right? And a lot of you already know I have Aries placements myself, but we're just going to let it chill. The energy's calming, so if there has been something that's been sticking in your craw or getting under your skin, the energy here feels like it's kind of starting to chill out a little bit. Let's keep moving over to the Nine of Cups. Then we'll do a quick recap before we get into the shadow. You might hit a nice stride, my good friends. So why is the Nine of Cups here? There's a beautiful piece here. It's very reassuring to me with how it feels. Yeah, and the floodgates open, but in the best way possible here. So we have the Nine of Wands in reverse, where the energy is just open, it's welcome, it's flowing. If this was in the upright, I'd be a little more concerned, right? Because sometimes this card can be blockages, issues, problems, things getting in the way. So it's like when you stop fighting something, or when you let something flow how it needs to flow, it's like the floodgates open up. The universe just starts sending beautiful things your way. The beautiful repeating nines is a powerful number if you want to look into the angel number. So you might be receiving a lot of number signs and synchronicities. But to me, as I mentioned earlier here, this could be surprising, unexpected wins and victories, multiple of them. And it's like, all right, well, it's already set in motion somehow. To me, it's like, all right, the chess pieces are already on the board. It's just about them moving. I think it's great. Now, the Wounded Warrior in the upright, you see he's very skeptical. He's watching. He's like a little bit on edge. He's been burned before. He doesn't want to be burned again. This doesn't feel reckless or careless to me on the back end, which is a good thing. But again, he has that wall built, right? Blockages, things getting in the way. So when it's underneath a beautiful card of wins and victories and blessings, to me, it's like, all right, well, once you stop fighting it or once you just let it flow, and listen, I get it. For a lot of things, us Aries, we need to feel like we're moving forward, right? If we're not moving forward, we might feel like we're moving backward, or we might want to see some results. But to me, there's just this energy of accepting it, letting it unfold how it needs to, and just reaping the best positive result. For a lot of you, there could be something you've been struggling with that is no longer a struggle. It just seems to be flowing. And I think that's great. It could be multiple areas, right? Because we have a lot of water, we have a lot of pentacles. Let's go through and do a quick recap, then we'll get into the shadows. So I feel like for a lot of Aries and cross watchers, the energy is like conforming behind the scenes. But if you look here in the box, position number one, we have High Priestess with the Eight of Pentacles in the upright. Help that you might not even know you have, or assistance you might be receiving, or somebody advocating for you. It's like, no, you got someone watching out for you. You got someone on your team, multiple. Even if it's not that, watch the energetic sensitivity in this time. Make sure you're pacing yourself, very important. There's just something about letting something calm down, which I really like here. But the energy's working for you. There's something conforming. Moving to the center, we have Temperance with the Two of Swords in the upright. So this did fill me with like a sense of peace and acceptance. So again, there could be something that's been bothering you, doesn't bother you as much anymore, or just a feeling of wholeness or feeling of well-being that I really, really like here. Even if there's something going on that doesn't make sense or you don't see why something happened, why it did, to me, it's like, all right, well, it is what it is. Like it's giving me that kind of vibe, but it's okay. There's a beautiful protection around you too. Moving to the back end, we have the Nine of Cups, Nine of Wands in reverse, unexpected wins, victories, or even just big ones, where it's like once you stop fighting it or once you let something just flow how it needs to, it's like everything opens up unto you. So great things for work, great things for emotions and relationships. There's great spiritual energy. It's like the total package. One of my favorites in a long time. So please take a screenshot if you want to look into it further. Let's see what's in the shadows. Okay, let's get a good shuffle here for you. And yeah, I always like to pull one shadow card right here in the back end just to see whether it's something within you or something you don't quite see. Shadow cards don't always have to be a challenge. They could be a good thing too. So get you one. Oh, and yes, if you made it to this point in the reading, please feel free to check out channel memberships. I'll put a link for it in the comments below. It's a beautiful way to support the channel, and I have much love for all my channel members. Okay, let's get this going here. What do we have in the shadows? Nice and quick. Thank you. The world, yeah. So a new chapter. Now people get nervous when the world shows up because they're like, oh, that's the last of the major arcana. That means endings. But it's not like the Ten of Swords type of ending when I see this. To me, it's just like next chapter turning over. Like, all right, we're turning over to the next chapter. One chapter closing into the new one. So I think this is pretty good. For a lot of you, this is a strong card of metamorphosis and change. Now, life is all about change constantly, but this one feels more meaningful, more impactful. So I think it's really great. The only challenge I'm kind of picking up here is for a lot of you, just it's like the world itself. And that makes sense. Like with the energetic sensitivity I've been picking up, outside stimulus, that's what I want you to watch for in this time. So whether it's people giving advice or, the energy someone's giving off, just watch out for whatever outside stimulus is stimulating you. That's how this feels. But aside from that, this could be great. I like the way the energy is shifting in your favor. So we're going to put it down right there, Aries. That's what I have for you this week. Don't click away just yet, though. I'm going to give you the details of the November subscriber surprise. If you would like further insight on your situation and you'd like to have a little chat with me, you can book a personal reading with me on my website, mastermetaphysics.com. You'll see my digital calendar is open for the month of November. They're filling up pretty quick, so if you'd like to have a chat, come over and see me. But for the November subscriber surprise, I'm giving away 3 copies of a lovely deck. It's fairly new. It's called Tarot of the Woodland Wardens. It has a whole bunch of fluffy critters. It's really adorable. I think everyone would like it. So if you like to get your name in for this, it's Two simple things, as always, my friends. First, you must be subscribed. And second, let me know down in the comments, since it is November, what are you most grateful for right now? You'll be entered to win, and at the end of the month, the winners will be announced in my community tab. As always, my friends, much love, and I'll see you soon.